Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. So on today's video I'm going to be showing you how to adjust your dome cap, how to adjust your dome cap so it can fit your client's head very well and it can actually feel professional. And that's what we're going to be doing on this video today. Most of the time you don't get the right size for dome cap, so you have to adjust it for it to fit properly. So you can see the excess on that cap. That is what we're taking out. We're taking all those excess out of the cap so it can feel very good. So what we're going to do, I like to start putting my needle from the right hand side to the left hand side. Just take it together and then knot it. Make sure you're dragging it firmly so you don't have any space in between and it looks fabulous. That is how it's going to look. So this is what you should be aiming for, and then you just continue to do that as you go on, and make sure that when it gets to where that the sewing between the elastic band and the dome cap is, make sure you're not putting your needle in that sewing, or like say in between that sewing, because if you do, your dome cap will not expand properly. It won't expand properly. So what you need to do when you get to that part, you just jump it with a quarter and then go to the next place. Make sure you're not putting your needle directly to that stitch, that the tiny stitch you can see around the dome cap that actually divide the elastic band with the dome cap. So you could see what I just did. Now I jumped to the next one and then just pick it from there. You won't even notice it because you're just like jumping like and not up to an inch, and you won't actually notice it. It's joined together, so you will not notice that you actually jumped anywhere. So you just continue to do it like that forward. Why I mentioned that is because if you mistakenly put your needle in between that stitches, the dome cap will not be able to expand, will not have that breathing space to expand, so you don't make a dome cap and adjust it, and at the end of the day the client won't be able to wear it. Just take note of that, okay? So you continue to sew it further. I'm going to show you where you can stop if you're actually doing this, and what you're going to be targeting is those folds you can see on top of the dome cap. Make sure that by the time you're done you won't be able to see any of those folds again. So that's when you know that you actually did a good job, because by the end of the time you could see those fold on top of the dome. That's what we're taking off. On top of the dome cap, that's what we're taking off. By the time you're done, you won't see any of those folds around the dome cap. That means you've done a good job. So if you need to take measurement of this, please do, but because I've been doing this for many years, I can gauge it and know the amount of cap I'm sewing out. But if you need to take measurement of it, please by all means do that. And please guys, if you've been doing YouTube videos, and then also you're also working 8 to 6, you're also doing 8 to 6 or 8 to 5 job, please leave a comment in the comment section below, because since I started my work, I've not been able to be consistent on YouTube. It's been like stressing me out. I cannot film. When I'm filming, I'm sleeping on it. Please help me with that, okay? So what you need to do when you get to this part of it, you just knot it properly. Make sure it's firmly tight so it doesn't unravel. You can see how the cap is actually flat on the dummy head. This is what we're going for. We don't want the cap to be bulky at the top. You can see how flat it is. This is exactly what we're going to. It's going to be flat, and the way it looks flat on the dummy head, this is how it will look flat on the client's head, and it's very nice. You can see the straight line is straight. So what I was talking about, I said when you get to this part of it, don't sew on it. If you watch carefully, you will see that I actually bounced it. I did not sew on this thread, this line, this sewing line on the band. If you sew on it, the band might not be able to expand, so you always dodge it. So I did not put my needle on this sewing that came with the cap, the one that is connected to the elastic band on the dome cap. So I did not put my needle on there. I just pass it to the next one, but still that place will be covered because the gap is not really much. It's just as tiny as this, very tiny. so you can still pass it through. So at the front, make sure you have enough space that the wig, your closure will go into if you want to put a closure, if you're putting a closure on the wig. So you see where I stopped? I stopped here, and this is where the closure stops. So you have to give it space. You don't have to, if you're using a longer closure, you make sure you stop somewhere, maybe somewhere here, minimum somewhere here. You cannot sew on top of this adjustment. If not, by the time you're done sewing it, you're still going to cut the cap, the dome cap underneath, and then you'll be cutting the stitches that you already made. So what you need to do is to give it a space, just like I was saying, give it a space like this, and then you can put your closure on it. So this is what I'm going to be fixing today. So if you don't know how to fix wig, you want to know how to fix your wig, I'll be dropping a video after this, so you can, on how I make this wig, so you can watch it. So this is what I'm talking about. You can see how neat this is. So when you want to adjust your cap, this is what you do. You see the straight line is straight, and you make sure, secondly, make sure it doesn't get to your closure, underneath your closure. You stop just before the stitch, the adjustment you made, and make sure it's straight, neat, nicely. You can see this is very nice, and it's straight as well. Nothing, it cannot unravel. And when the client wear it on their hair, it will feel this flat, just the way it's flat on the dummy head, instead of having that puffy, that extra cap on top of it. It will be flat. After making the wig like this, after adjusting it like this and making your wig, seriously, you'll come to this comment section and thank me later. It's the best. It's one of the things you can do to make your wig very comfortable and relax on your head. It feels like you're not wearing a wig, but you're wearing a wig. So you do this from the beginning, and then you put your bundle. Seriously, you will love your wig. If you've not tried it before, give it a try and drop a comment in the comment section. So guys, that will be all for the video. If you want to see how I fix this extension on the wig, just wait and I'll upload the video for next week, so that you guys can see how to easily install a wig, how to easily sew in your wig on a dome cap. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.